ROC round 1 in the Belgian Grand Prix. What a place to start it for the first race of the season. So this is full qualifying, so you know the procedure: Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1, the top 15 have to get through. Q2, the top 10 have to get through, and Q3, but the top 10 shoots out to determine who's on pole position. So as we await the drivers to enter this lobby, we'll sit back and relax, and I need to put the stream in for this. There we go. 20 drivers in, I believe, so it's going to be a full grid yet again. And I think RRC, ROC, a partnership with RRC, the league I commentated yesterday. And please feel free to check out that race yesterday. So as we head into Q1, 19 drivers on the grid. So this is a multiplayer car. I think they've got their own colours on the multiplayer car, as I got told in the Discord. So let's see whose team it is. So it looks like a mixture of SHR people. I know. Oh, I think they're put into different teams. Yeah. So they're put into different teams. So we'll find out whose team they're in as we see one of the cars coming out of the pits. I don't know who it is, but we'll find out who it is. It is Puppy. So we'll stay on board with him. Number 69 in the orange car. So I don't know what team he's representing, but we can see him coming out of the pits now. I think he's the only driver to come out of the pits, so one driver's come out of the pits. The rest of them have stayed in the pits, so we'll stay on board with him then. Belgium Grand Prix. Got loads of history around this track. It supplies some good racing over the years' time. 2016 was one of them. Place where Charles Leclerc won his first Grand Prix in Belgium. And he honoured it to Antoine Hubert, who he sadly lost. Nico Rosberg finished first here. Lewis Hamilton finished third. I see started from the back because of his power unit problems. Ricardo finished second, I think. 2014 we saw Hamilton and Rosberg collide with each other. Rosberg, I don't know what happened. I do know what happened, but I don't know to put the blame on. He just clipped his rear tyre and he had a puncture. Hamilton. He retired from the race. Ricardo won that race actually. His second race for Red Bull. No, it was his third and last in the 2014 season. So we'll just check out the comments in the comment section. Could be a long lap around Spa. Hoe gaat het? Het gaat goed met jou. So already activating his ERS, which he's not supposed to do because you don't want to run out, especially around Belgium as it's a long track. As you can see on the minimap now, there's a load of cars coming out. As we approach the bus stop chicane, coming to the final corner as he starts his lap right now. DRS open. Let's see what this driver Puppy could do in the orange car. Come down to the first corner, 100 metre brake in, bring it down into second gear. We've got yellow flags who set to 3. That's probably someone slowing down, backing up, so they can see clean space on their lap times. Coming through Eau Rouge up into Radion, top of the hill of Radion. Oh, he's gone off the track and that's the validation. It's got to be in a validation. So unfortunately for him, he will not finish his lap. We're going on board with Toon Fan, 2K18, coming down into the first corner. Taking a steady approach as he comes through the first corner, onto the power now, full throttle. Yellow flag to set to 3 again, and the majority of drivers coming out of the pits now. There's, well, quite a lot of drivers are out in fact. As the car gets out the way for Toon. Onto the Kemmel straight. Let's see what he could do at the end of sector 1. So, right, but just before the 50 metre ball, you want to clip both of these curbs. Oh, he got oversteer. He's out of shape through the curb, so he's taken a lot of caution around first part of that lap, and he's gone wide as well. We'll see who else is on their lap. SOS Exile. Nice liveries these guys have got. I don't know what team they're in, but they've got some nice liveries on their car. So this must be a T race then, rather than a actual league race. I think these two have got different liveries. I couldn't tell because of the sun. Yeah, so I don't know whose team they're in, but they've got some nice liveries going on around here. So we're still on board with Toon Fan because he's still going, by the way. He hasn't backed off, so let's see what he does in the second sector. It's a 17.5 and it's gone purple, so he's gone quickest overall. Oh, there's yellow flags who set to 2 and 3. I think someone actually made a mistake and it's gone rather quickly, but there's another yellow flag out again. As you can see, someone stationary this time, so someone actually must have made a mistake. Oh, it's Echo. Echo has made a mistake, so he must have got on the curb, and in the background you can see the other driver going wide. I don't know who it was, but Toon Fan has gone quickest with a 1:46.4. So he starts the first lap time, and Devil's Nightmare is in third place now, because Exile's in first, Bailey's in second place, a 1:45.6, and I believe they're on the soft tyres. Well, one driver's gone up to the mediums, and he's down in 40th place on his outlap. Who else is going to cross the line? Young Lights is on his outlap. Who else is there out there? Echo, he made that mistake, remember? KRC, he's on his flying lap on the mediums, so it's interesting to see what he could do. As Angie has gone quickest overall, it's a 1:44.8, so I don't know what laps they should actually be setting around this track, because I've not done this track for quite a while, but the fastest I've seen is a 43. Mid 43s around this track, so that's not actually a bad lap time considering the Q1, and the track will evolve further soon. And Granty Boy has gone quickest now with a 1:44.7. That's a good lap time from him in the multiplayer car. So better stay on board with Kelsey. Let's see what he can do on the medium tyres, as there's another yellow flag around here yet again. Welcome to the people that's joining the stream. This is round 1, so feel free. I don't know if there's 19, or I don't know if there's 4 drivers in here. 19 of them, so almost a full league. Just one more driver to fill up the space if you're interested. And there's a league called RRC. That was from yesterday's race. Check out that race. It was a thrill of a race. We had mixed conditions and we had 2 safety cars. Yeah, KRC has just backed out of his lap, so he will no longer continue there. Let's see who else is on their lap. Is Granty go for the second attempts? No, he's currently in pole position ahead of Angie. Exile, Bailey, Toon Fan, Devil's Nightmare is coming to the pits as well. Rayner, he's down in 7th. Tristan is in 8th place. Young Lights, he's not going for a lap. Fourth is on his out lap, but he's another one of those drivers to keep an eye out for, because he's quite quick. KRC, so no one's on their lap time. I'm going through everybody. Puppy's on his out lap, so he's gone for another attempt despite making that mistake through Eau Rouge. Happy, oh yeah, he's on a lap, so he's currently down in 19th. Come through the bus stop chicane. Let's see if he can keep it nice and tidy. Oh, he double locks up. Now compromises exit. And he goes, where would he go? It's a 47.5, and then that puts him up into 8th place, so he's quite off the pace here, but he can do something about it. Of course, it's early in qualifying, and they've got a lot of time to practice. Jahood. Young Lights, he's not on a lot of time, is he? We'll go about with 4th then, because 4th is another one of those drivers that are quick and brings a lot of surprises at the very end of the qualified session. Lovely livery from him, and I believe, is that Gilsey behind him? Yes it is. So Gilsey and 4th are quite close to each other, and I've noticed those two have got the same livery as well, so I wonder if both of them are on the same team. Are they testing out the slipstream? I know they're both in the part. Oh yes there is. Go look at his EOS, it's down to 1 and it's giving him a massive slipstream effect, so I bet you he will pull out before the... Yeah, he is. So he's pulling out. That's a good sector 1 time for 29.9, but he took most of that curb. So will that be in a validation? I don't know, but he did take most of that curb. Sorry, I don't know the curb names. I forgot about it. I only know one name, which is no name, which is down here. So he did his tactics yesterday, 4th and Gilsey. They both gave each other slipstream, but Gilsey put it down into 0, so I wonder if that wasn't a validation. Possibly. NUF1, he's also... Oh, Granty Boy's retired, but he's retired in the pits, I believe, so I think he's had it... I think he knows that he's don't have to continue because his pace is good, so we'll go on board with NUF1 as well. Another driver that's got good pace. I think he's my age as well. So we head to turn 9. Turn 11 shall I say. Down is 12 turn 12, pure 1. I don't think he's quite flat out yet in these cars. They still have to lift off just a bit. Go to turn 13 and 14. It's taking nice and cautious through here as we come to turn 15, about the end of sector 2 onto sector 3. It's a 16.3, so I can't remember what the fastest middle time was. And Belgium as we come up to that corner, we saw Felipe Nasser and Max Verstappen go side by side through here. Verstappen made a fantastic lunge down the inside of Nasser. Bus stop chicane, 2010 we saw Rubens Barrichello smack into the back of Fernando Alonso in that tricky wet conditions. Nice edging exit through there. Let's see what he can do. It's a 45.0 and he puts himself up into, where is he? 4th place, so a couple of tenths off a Granty boy who was retired from the session that could no longer take part. Got a couple of Dutch people speaking Dutch. I can vaguely understand what they're saying. And Devil's Nightmare's going for another lap down in 7th place. Is he safe? Don't know, because 11th downwards have not set their lap times, but they've tried to. As Tristan's coming out of the pits, Young Lights is still in there ahead of Liam. Gulsey, yeah, he's not going for that another lap. Echo, I think he's going for another attempt, so he's down in 15th place. He made that mistake on his first flying attempt. Now this is his second. Let's see what he can do through the bus stop chicane. He's got a car ahead of him, but I don't think that will affect him much. The exit of the final corner, onto the straight, and it will be a 44 points. Oh, he goes quickest. That's actually quite a good lap time from him. So I think he's currently safe through in 1st place. Angie's on his out lap. So is SOS Exile, and using him down in 5th. So we'll go on board with Puppy. Oh, I don't think he's on his flying lap. He's on his out lap. Yes, he is. Apex F1. KRC's another interesting driver to keep an eye on. He can bring out some surprises. Yellow flags through sector 2, and that's the guy off the track to get out of the way. As Fast goes quickest now, that's a good lap time from him. And what was it, a 45.6, so a couple of hundreds quicker than Echo down in 2nd place. So this is good lap times coming through. Coming down to turn 16. Revving out 6th gear. And there's yellow flags down in sector 1. I hope no one's crashed through Eau Rouge. As you can see in the mini map, no one's crashed through there, thankfully. Coming to Blodgimont. Coming down into the final 2 corners, heavy braking zone, 100 metre. Scrub off loads of speed through those 2 corners. Prepare yourself for the last corner. Don't get on the throttle too early. Oh, there's too much wheel spin, and he's spun. He got the power too early, and that's his qualifying session done. He will not make it to Q2. So unfortunately for him, the least place he could start is down in 19th. Well, I think he will start down in 19th because no one else has set their lap time after him. So unfortunately for him, he's retired from this session. That tends to happen to the final corner, you know. You don't want to get on the power too greedy here. I've done it myself before, and I just got quicker. It's a 44.5, a tenth up on 4th this time. That car is still there. I saw it in the background. Angie's on his out lap. SOS Girls. Rayner, did he go into 8th place? I believe he did. No, he's on his lap time. To Frank, he's going for his flying attempt, so I'll stay on board with him as we approach the 1st corner, which is La Source. We've got a car ahead of him, so will that car give a bit of a slipstream effect through here? Another yellow flag down in sector 1. You'll get a nice slipstream off of Grillsy, and Echo's retired from the session as well, so I think he knows he's safe. Nice slipstream from Grillsy there. What will it be? A 30.1. He's a tenth up on his fastest overall time through the sector 1. Keep the momentum through these corners. If you come down into turn 10, downhill braking effect. Don't want to drift out too wide through here. You don't want to really hit the apex either. As you come through No Name, I don't understand why that corner has no name. As we come through turn 12, I don't think it's flat yet through turn 12, whether you have the confidence or not to go through there. Turn 13 and to turn 14, don't want to get on the curbs too much there, otherwise you'll lose the back end. Coming through turn 15, the end of sector 2, 6 tenths up, so that's a massive improvement. Oh no, he's going to hit the wall. Oh dear, he got the gravel and he has spun, but thankfully he didn't lose a tyre. I've done that similarly, but I actually hit the wall and lost my front, sorry. So he got the gravel and he spun the car, but thankfully he's not out, and there's always time to improve, so he's down in 12th place at the moment. Apex is not on the lap. Appy, is he going for? No, he's on his out lap. Young Lights, there he is then, down in 16th place. One of those drivers not to set a lap time, one of the 4 drivers. He opened DRS a little bit too late, but let's see what he can do. And he goes up into 5th place, it's a 44.7. So looks like he is safe there for the moment at least. Although if any other drivers can improve. Gulsey, surprisingly, he is not set a lap time yet. Whether he's waiting for the last time, I don't know. But he did invalidate one of his lap times, I believe, because he got the curb too much. At this particular part of the track, turn 7, Lecom. Got the curb for both of these corners. Do turn 9. Approaching turn 10, the downhill braking section. Don't want to really hit the apex, but at the same time you don't really want to go wide either. Use that curb to lean your car. Do no name. Go slightly out wide at the exit of no name. Let's see if you can take it flat. I don't think he'll take it flat. He stays in 6th gear, and I've seen people do 7th gear through there. I can't remember what I do actually. I think I actually dropped down a gear to poo on, and there's yellow flags here. So will that compromise grills? Oh, he spun. The curb has caught him out, but he's still got. I don't know if he's got enough time. He could be knocked out here. He's got to be careful. He's not set a lap time, and he will have to come into the pits. Did I see a bit of rain? Oh no, that could really ruin his qualifying session. Is that rain coming through? Yes, it is. That is rain. And he is not safe whatsoever. He might have left it too late, but at the same time, at his first flying attempt, he invalidated his lap time. He did get a good slipstream, but unfortunately he couldn't use that to good effect after he invalidated it. So it looks like his qualifying session is going out. He's staying out. Now with a broken front wing, does he believe he can... I don't think it's that damaged, to be fair to him. Right then, so he stays out to do another lap. I want to see... Where is he? Hey, did he get himself out of queue? There's Liam. I want to see him. He did start his lap earlier, and before the rain came. Has he still got enough pace to try and get inside the top 15? So we head through P1 now. Do 7th gear he goes. Not too bad. Oh no, he's got the curb, he spun. That curb saves him. He could have hit the wall, but that curb saved him. Now, if that was in the race, my heart would be beating. I've never been so lucky before, spinning and not crushing the wall, but that curb saved him. So there's no more grip left in these soft tyres, so I wonder if he's going to maybe Q2 and Q... Oh, he's actually hit the wall. That's his lap time, and that's his qualified session done, I believe. Now I want to go on board with girls. He's 8 tenths down, it says on the Delta. Well, will he be another one of those drivers to make a mistake? Oh, he's got a lack of downforce through P1, and he's gone out wide as well. Yeah, so that's his qualified session done. Puppy is off the track, and Apex is spun. Where's that? I can't see it. Where is he? Oh, where's that? It's that turn 14, 15. So these drivers are starting to struggle now because of the rain coming out. I did not know it was going to rain at all. Anyone? DRS disabled. DRS is disabled. NUF1 is on his out lap, so he needs to pit. He has no reason to be out there whatsoever. Because if he crashes, that's it. You're not taking part in Q2 or Q3, regardless if you get in. It's like the same in qualifying. You can't get your car fixed if you crash. So he needs to box. He needs to be wise and box, because if he goes for a lap now, he's out wide anyway. Please tell me he's going to box. Yes, he is. Wise thing to do. You don't want to stay out. Did he hit the wall? Yes, he did. But thankfully, he hasn't lost a tyre. Oh, he's got disqualified. So he will not take part in Q2 and Q3. Now, that should not be a disqualification whatsoever. But thanks to Codemasters, it will be a disqualification. So he's knocked out of Q2 as well. And he cannot take part in Q3. So he's going to start down in last place. There he is. So the guys that are knocked out is KRC, Appy, Puppy, Grillsy, unfortunately for him, Liam, who did not set a lap time whatsoever. Don't know for what reasons, but NUF1 down in 19th place. Apex has got into Q... Wait, is that says 14th to 19th? 13 cars in. I thought it was... Wait, why are those two knocked out? It should be 16 downwards, 16 to 20th, but it looks like KRC and Appy's knocked out as well. They should not be knocked out. Well, it's 16 downwards. You lose 5 cars in Q1, but for some reason we've lost 6. Strange, but okay. But Apex has made it in. You should really... It's 16 downwards you get knocked out in Q2. Then it's the top 15, then it's the top 10. But 14th downwards has been knocked out for some reason. Maybe that's a little bit of a glitch on the thing. Yes, there's only 13 cars in Q2. I don't know why that's happened, to be honest with you. 30. That's confusing. And yeah, someone please tell me in the chat. That's because they lost their... Oh, they lost their wheels. I didn't even know. Sorry about that. Makes sense now. So rain for Q2 then. But thanks to rain for Q2, if it's driving the race, they can start whatever tyres they want. That's the glory of this qualifier session. They don't have to worry about tyre wear. They can start whatever tyres they want. This race is a soft to medium. Easy soft to medium race. So I presume the people that start the mediums will be outside the top 10. As we got the cars out of the pits. Quite early in fact. We saw in Q1 that the drivers came out later, but I don't know if this session is going to get worse to turn into heavy race. Oh no, someone has spawned on the Eau Rouge. Oh, it's Devil's Nightmare on his outlap as well. They need to make it to hold it real. So yeah, they did that. They did that yesterday. They what's it called? They stayed in the pits early Q1, and Angie's in AI mode for some reason. Hopefully he'll get out of it. So Devil Nightmares is safely through and executed out of Radion. Hopefully he's got no front wing damage. I don't think he has. Young Light. So everybody's on their outlap. I want to find the leading driver. Is it Toon? It's not Toon. That's not the leading driver. Who is the leading driver of this feat? It is Rayner. So we'll go on board with Rayner, and he's got Echo behind him. Shout out to Nigel and Jory for commenting in the stream. Thank you so much. What track is it on Friday, Jory? So he's activated his ERS quite early. Rayner has. Now he's put it down into 0. Will Echo try and get a slipstream off Rayner? He doesn't seem like he's backing off at the moment. Oh yes, he is. So he's letting him go. Can we do the bus stop chicane? Last time it rained at the bus stop chicane, he got smacked into, didn't he? Alonso and Barrichello, if you remember that. The Williams that broke himself, he smacked into Alonso, and multiple drivers went off the track, but Jensen Button got back on it. Alright then, so do turn 1 last horse. I wonder what setup these people are running, because it was dry in Q1. Take it nice and easy to Eau Rouge. It was dry in Q1. It's wet in Q2. Will it be dry for the race? I wonder. So if it is dry for the race, these guys will be running a low downforce setup, which means they're going to be careful in these wet conditions. How will he do to turn 4 and 5, 6, turn 7, 8? Sorry. Can we do turn 10? Will he get his braking point right? Nicely and nicely done. Do P1. Be careful to P1. Sorry, that's no name. The track is Friday in China. I thought China was cancelled. Coming down to turn 30, 14 and 15 where Raikkonen had his little spin. Hamilton went off the track and Rosberg rejoined the track out of nowhere. I remember that 2008 race well as well. Ended in the middle sector, 26.9. Is that a good enough lap time for Rayner? You don't like that track. Neither do I, mate, to be honest with you. I struggle at it quite a lot. Especially turn 2, especially through turn 1. That's the worst place to start. As we end the bus stop chicane, let's see what this guy can do. Fourth has set the fastest lap of 57.0. Rayner struggles through the final corner, and it's a 59.0, so he's 2 seconds slower than fourth, so good lap time from fourth here. And I was going to say for Haas, but it's not. Echo is in second place, so Toon, where will he go? He will not set a lap time, or is he start? He's starting one. He's starting one. Apex is in fourth place, so 59.5. Devil's Nightmare, he made a mistake on his outlap, and his 2 minutes, so he's on that 2-minute mark. Tristan, he's on a lap time, we'll go on board with him. Through P1. No mistakes through there, looks like the car wants to let go. Yellow's to set to 1, I hope no one's crashed. Indigo! As we head through the end of the second sector, it's a 27.4. I think fourth this time is a 26 something. We'll see where this lap time puts Tristan. RRC, ROC. It's a full qualifying session, and he's already run out of EOS before the bus stop chicane. So he needs to do a little bit of EOS saving, and he needs to deploy it at the right possible time. Nice and careful to the final corners. Well, this lap time puts him is a 59.4, and that puts him up to 6th place. XL looks like he's going for it again. Toon backs off. Nigel is starting his flying lap. Where's Andrew? There he is. Fourth has gone quicker. It's a 56.1, so he's improving dramatically. Now, in these wet sessions, it's liable to do 2 laps or more on the same set, because it will help you. I don't know what it is, but I've done that before, where I've gone for 1 lap, stayed out, gone for another lap. It's really helped me, because it really helps with the grip levels. It's at 56.6, so not too bad for Anjay. He's half second down on 4th in 1st place. Young Lights not on his lap. Rayner's in the pits. Bradley, Bailey, sorry. He's not on a lap. Yellow's set to 1. I wonder if anyone's crashed. What's Angie doing? Oh, he's run out of fuel, unfortunately for him, so he needs to get out of the way for cars that are coming past him. Who's on a lap? Tristan, is he on a lap? I don't think so. Well, he looks like he's... No, he's going to crash, he's going to crash. He's lost his wheel there. Nope. How on earth did that guy not lose his wheel there? Right, so consider that lucky. Come back to the pits, because he looks like he's struggling really badly. And Exile's got into 3rd place. That's a good lap time from him in the red, black striped car. So I don't know what teams these guys are in. 2 laps in the wets. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. Like, in the wet conditions. Oh, please, I think someone's crashed through Eau Rouge. No, they haven't. Oh, it's that car that's ran out of fuel. Because apparently on these tyres, your second lap is always better than your first. I don't know what it is, but it is. Red is FNR. Yellow just says, don't come back on the racing line, get off the track, there's someone coming behind you. That's Devil's Nightmare. Nigel's back in the pits. Granty Boy's on his outlap, so he's one of those 3 drivers that's not set a lap time yet. Along with Nigel, who's come back to the pits, so has he made a little mistake somewhere? Toon Frank, he's gone off. I think he might have tapped the wall, but no major damage done. So Granty Boy's not on set lap time yet. There's Devil's Nightmare who gets nicely out of the way for him. Bit of confusion going on there. Oh, I think Angie's going for another lap then. His EOS is on 5. Coming through the bus stop chicane. Nah, I don't think he's on a lap. He comes into the pits this lap. Who's out there on a lap? Young Lights is on his outlap. Devil's Nightmare is still on the track. Where's Granty Boy? There is Granty Boy. So I think Young Lights is... No, I think Granty Boy is the closest to the line. Yeah, so Granty Boy is the closest to the line, so we'll keep on board with him to see what he does. It'll be his first attempt on the wet tyres. Grey is MNR. So, green. Is this green? Green and black. What's this car? So red is FNR, so I need to remember that. And that's quite difficult to remember because I'm forgetful. Coming through the bus stop chicane, green is TNR. Ah, so he's represented TNR, Team Norwegian Racing. Coming through La Source then. Will he get his braking point spot on through turn 1? Yes, he does. And get a nice exit through turn 1 as well as we approach the hill of Radion and Eau Rouge. I see most drivers struggle here. I don't think... Oh, the car wants to let go of him, but he saves it. Yellow is WNR. Look at your Discord. Wait, I've explained. Yeah, I forgot, sorry mate. Grillsy knocked out of the top 10, of course, unfortunately for him. 32.2 the first sector. I want to see Fourth this time. What he did do the first sector. 32.3, so he's not far away, is he, from Fourth? Blue and yellow is SNR. Cheers, mate. Coming through P1, down into 5th gear. I've seen some drivers take it through 6th there. Yellow flags again, so sector 3. I hope he's in the pits. Devil's like, yes, he is. I'll go check my messages now. Points go from 20 points to 1 point. It's different team representing different nights. 5 teams representing different nights. MDL, Grillsy, Fourth, Devil. Right, cheers, mate. I've got it now. Staying on board with Granty Boy. I think this lap will put him in the top 3 if he continues with this lap. It's a good lap so far. It comes through a Belgium. Been to Belgium before, but not to Spa. See what it's like through the final 2 corners of the bus stop chicane. Puts it into 3rd gear to minimise that wheel spin. Looks like it's going to be a good lap time. It is. It's going to be a 56.1. And look at that. A dead on 56.1. Oh, so Fourth is 500 slower and he's coming out on his out lap. Good lap time from Granty Boy. That was his first attempt as well. Yeah, so Fourth has done 2 laps on his inters. Granty's just done the 1 lap. Let's see who else is out there. Is Bailey on a lap? I think he is. We'll stay on board with him. We've got more drivers coming out of the track for their out lap. So Bailey, what colour is his car? Is that grey? Grey is MNR. A bit of a tongue twister. MNR. So he's representing the MNR boys. He almost made a mistake on that curb. Fourth hit the wall on the pit exit. I didn't see that, mate. And your lights is retired. He's down in 10th. So has he actually... Oh, look at the minimap. I think he might have crashed at Eau Rouge. You can see a stationary car in Eau Rouge. There's a car approaching Eau Rouge. Yeah, so that stationary car might be a Young Lights. He might have crashed out of this qualifying session. So we'll look into him. Oh, it stopped raining. It has stopped raining. But I don't think they'll fit on the dry tyres because look how much time there's left. 1 minute and 50 seconds. So Brady continues with this lap. Where will it put him? It'll be a 57.1. And he puts himself up to 4th place. Good lap. So it's basically one of those qualifying sessions like whoever crosses the lights last is on pole. Well, 1st place. We'll go on board with Echo then. This is his last attempt on these set of inters. Let's see what he can do through the first sector. Obviously I don't have 7 tenths. That's a massive improvement. Obviously I don't have the weather information, of course. They should improve the spectators mode to have all the information, tyre wear, weather information, all that. I'm glad they had the minimap on because I can see where everybody is now and see who's made mistakes. On this lap, nice and steady from Echo. The track is drying out, of course, but he will be the last one to set their best lap time. Oh, I thought he spun there, but that's the camera angle. Fourth says he's hit the wall, but he's in the pit, so I think... I was checking to see if he was on the track or still or not, but he's coming in the pit, so I don't know if that front wind damage has affected him quite a lot. 8 tenths, so what's his best lap time? It's a 6th, a 57.5. This lap will get him into the 56s, unless he can find more time through the final part of the lap. The yellows are set to 1. Oh no, there's another guy crashed out at Eau Rouge as well. Look at the map, stationary car. Did Angie went into 3rd place and Exile's just retired from the session. Was that him who crashed? Oh, there's 2 cars stationary through there. Angie's gone as well, so something's happening up there. And this lap time will be a 57.5, 57.0, sorry. He got 5 tenths quicker, so he lost a tenth through the middle sector. And he's out. Devil's Nightmare's lost his front wing, so he will not continue. Nigel. So, is anyone else out there? Rayner was on a lap, wasn't he? DRS is enabled. So will Nigel be the last one to set a lap time? No one else is out there on a lap. Rayner was, but he crashed unfortunately. So this could be a dream for Nigel to get in the top 10. It's slipping and sliding. The track's actually dried up. So these inters not really working for him. I think he's a little bit too, just a little bit too wet for these. If they went on the soft mediums by now, but it doesn't matter because the qualifying session's over. I'm amazed if he's not going to be in the top 10 at this lap. Coming through the final corner, let's see what lap time he can do. He will have DRS. First driver that can actually use it, and he puts himself into 6th place, so safely in the top 10. I think some guys that's in the top 10 actually lost their wheel. Because if you crash and you're inside the top 10, you don't take part in it because you've crashed. So those guys that crashed in the top 10 lost their golden opportunities to try and take pole position or be near the pole. So, because they've crashed. So who are we waiting for? Is it Echo we're waiting for? Rayner's retired. I think he's Echo we're waiting for. No, the session's not going out. I think he's waiting for Devil's Nightmare because he's not retired from the session. Young Lights is not happy. Apparently he's swearing somewhere in the chat. Where is he? He's down in 9th place. So I think I said he crashed at Eau Rouge. It is frustrating when you crash, but we have lost Young Lights and Exile, the 2 guys in the top 10. So there'll be only a top 8 shootout for this qualifying session, as those 2 have crashed and lost their wheel. So Young Lights is out, Exile's out, Apex F1's out, Devil's Nightmare, and Tufan 2K18, who has not set a lap time. And we now head out for our top 8 shootout for this final part of qualifying. Good luck, Tristan. Where is Tristan? He's down in 8th place. Granty Boy currently quickest with that one and only lap time he set. That one and only lap time put him onto the 1st place. 4th is down to 2nd. He did 2 laps on those inters. Now we head on to the dries conditions, I hope, for a proper top 8 shootout. And it is dry, so the misery of Q2 has disappeared. But the good thing about Q2 is they can start whatever tyres they want to. Because it was ready for Q2 and they're using the inters, all of them, they can start whatever tyre they want in the race. Choose whatever tyre they want as well. Who will be the first one to come out of the pits? Why has Angie gone for mediums? Oh, he's gone on for mediums. Why has he done that? Has he got no more... Well, he must have softs left, but is he going for a banker? Personally, I wouldn't do that in Q3. I won't set our medium tyres on. I'd rather go for softs. But anyways, it's his choice, so he's gone on to the medium tyres. The only driver to put on the mediums. So he's the first one out, and let's see what he can do in those medium tyres. Don't know why he's gone on the mediums, but we'll find out soon. Is he saving softs for later? Is he waiting for the track evolve? A good idea actually. It was raining earlier, so he's trying to get more grip on the track before he can set his fastest lap on the softs. I've done a long qualifying before session, but that was back in the F1 2018 game. I don't think I've done it in the 2019 game. The long qualifyings, but if I did do the long qualifying, I'd probably get confused what tyre to go on. Oh yes, I remember doing a full qualifying session, and guess what? In Q1 I used all my tyres because I thought it was short qualifying. That was embarrassing, but luckily I saved one set left. And obviously I had another set of tyres in Q3. So it'd be nice and easy for these drivers now to go for a proper flying lap rather than struggling in the wet conditions. Hopefully it's dry for the race. Coming through the final 2 corners. And he's coming to the pits, so what was that? Did he choose the wrong tyres? Did he not mean to go on these tyres? Anyways, we're going board with 4th then. Yeah, in Q3 you always get another sauce, but the thing is, oh, he's backed out. Why is he backed out? So what's happened here then? Did he... I don't think he made a mistake. Right, then we're going board with Rainer. It's quite weird what's going on here, but 4th has just made a little bit of a mistake, or whether he did that on purpose, I don't know. More cars coming out for their outlaws. There's a car ahead of Rainer. Oh, Rain at the end of the race. This will spice things up. So I wonder what drivers are using a wet or dry setup. Yeah, so there's 2 cars, not 1 car shall I say. Rainer used a bit of a slipstream. So 30.3 through the first set. I think the quickest is 29.9. He's running traction control, I can tell, as we drop into the downhill section. Turn 7. Let's come through pool 1 now, one of my favourite parts of the track to look out for, not drive it at least. I've clipped the curb before, you don't want to clip that curb at all. You want to keep off both curbs as you arrive through pool 1. The exit of pool 1, as we come down into turn 13, we saw Lewis Hamilton crash in 3 patches 3. It is fixed setup, so this will be fun. Wait, so you mean like there's no everybody's running the same setup and there's no setups applied? This could be interesting then. Apologies for the black box in the top left of your screen. I've got my notifications turned on, so apologies for that. This is fixed setup, this will be fun. Right then, so what lap time will it say? It's a 45.9, good lap time from him. The fastest was a 46. There we go, it's a 45. I can't see the lap time. A 45.2 from Bailey. Echo's gone quickest. It's a 44.6. That's a good lap time actually. 44.6. Tristan's is on his out lap. Started his lap. And he's on the softs. So he's finally switched over. I think he made a little mistake. We'll go on board with Granty boy. Let's see where he can go. Remember, he set the fastest Q2 time, but that was in the wet conditions. A fixed setup, does that mean like they're on the same setup? Yeah. Going through the final 2 corners. Double shifting to minimise that wheel spin, and this is going to be a good lap time. Yes, it is. It's a 45.6, but only a few hundreds quicker than Echo down in 2nd place, so good lap time. And they're both in the same team as well, aren't they? Yeah, green. They're both running the green livery. Bailey, he's not on a lap time. Go on board with 4th. He brings out many surprises at the end of qualifying session. Let's see what his split 2nd sector is, and will it be quicker than Granty boys? Yellow flag started set to 2. That's a 2 cars going slowly. I'm gonna actually check that. I don't think it's like anything major. I think it's just them backing out. Let me go back on board with 4th. There he is, coming through Blanchimon. Spa will provide us a good race because there will be rain. There will be rain at the end of the session, I've heard. And let's see what lap time will this be. It could be a good one, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that! Look at that! A stunning lap time from 4th. A 44.1. He's 4 tenths quicker now than Nigel, who just pops himself up into 2nd place. So Nigel's in 2nd ahead of Granty and his yellow flags. Oh, Tristan! What's he done? Did he get on the curb? Like Gilsey did? And he's disqualified for going the wrong way. Mate, he was on the grass. He was trying to get out of people's way. Codemaster's logic is not really good at all. There's Angie. Remember, he was on the hot medium tyres at the start of this qualifying Q3, but I think he made a mistake because he didn't mean to go on that tyre. The rules are strict in this game, especially under the safety car, but talk about safety cars, how many do you think there will be? Ran out of EOS already before the bus stop chicane. I usually run out of EOS around about now. Then you've got to be able to use a bit of tactics. And he's gone up to second place. That's a good lap time for Manji, in fact. 44.4. He's 3/10 slower than fourth, the current pole position man. I think he took pole position in one of the leagues yesterday, and he's done it again. But will he stay there though? There's 4 minutes left, so everybody will come back into pits. Yeah, so everybody's coming back into pits, putting on a brand new set of softs and waiting to go. 4.5 minutes left in this session. I've already forgot what the teams are. I can't remember the colours. Oh, there we go. So, Nigel, he's in a yellow-blue car. So what team is he in? He's in SNR. Fourth is in a grey car. He's with Gauzy, I think. Yeah, so he's in MRD, representing MRD with Gauzy and Devil. TNR is Toon, Granty and Echo. Granty is the highest TNR starter. WNR is NUF1, Tristan, Puppy and Young Lights. Tristan is down in 8th place and he's disqualified. Wait, does that mean if he's disqualified, will he be starting 10th or will he be starting 20th? I don't know. Because usually when you get disqualified you start at the very back. It's Q3 and I've never seen it in this situation before. So if he's disqualified from qualifying, will he be down in 19th place? No, one other driver is disqualified, then UF1. But I'll continue with the list. Tristan's the highest starter now. Puppy and Young Lights, who is down in 9th place because he crashed in Q2 but made it into Q3. FNR is Exile, Angie, Reina and Apex, so let's see who's the highest starter out of them. Angie's the highest starter, he's in 2nd place. Where's Reina? He's down in 7th. Apex, he's not on that list, I think he's in Q2. SNR is Nigel. Nigel's in 3rd place, so he's the highest starter. Liam and Appy. I believe Appy's not at Q1. And yes he is, he didn't set a lap time, did he? And Appy, not in that list either. So basically 5 teams and 4 drivers each, all representing the league they race in. Oh! I understand now, mate. I understand. Got a bit confused there. It's a good idea though. So here are the drivers coming out for their 2nd attempt in qualifying. They're probably their last attempt. There's the 2 guys that are representing, I've already forgot. Granty's representing TNR along with his teammate. Where is he? Echo, as he lets his teammate go. And he has yellows down in sector what? 2, sorry. This is 4th. Oh, he's going slowly. He wants as much grip as he can get, but he doesn't want to go too slow though because of the time running out. But also his tyres will get cold, so he doesn't want his tyres to get cold either, especially on this track. Right then, there's Bradley then. He's in the grey car. So does that mean that he's in... Oh. Yeah, Bailey, sorry. I didn't mean to call him Bradley. I need to stop forgetting about that. Is Bailey in MRD? I can't see his name on the list. Yes, I think he's in MRD then. There's yellows set to 1 and 2 and he's coming up towards that now. Is that 4th in the way again? We're coming up to those danger zones. Oh, it's cleared now. Oh, someone's crashed at Eau Rouge. Yes, no. Oh, it is Reina going very slowly. That's it. That's his outlap. He's out of qualifying. He's not going to make it in time. Bailey. So Rayner is out of Q. Well, he's not going to set a quicker lap time. Oh, that's why Fourth was slowing down, to let his teammate get some slipstream, and that's some good slipstream right there. And they're both on the same team, I think. Well, they are the same team. So Fourth will get the slipstream off of Bailey. Where will this lap time put Bailey? It will put him in the 45s, and then he goes up into 6th place. Go on board with Fourth, he'll have the same thing coming to him, slipstream. Rayner getting very close to Angie, they're both in the same team. Lovely slipstream going off here, but is anyone close to the line to set pole position? Who's closest to the line? Nigel's getting slipstream off as well. Alright, so Granty Boy's the closest one to the line out of all of them. He's down in 4th place. Can he improve his lap time? I haven't seen his first and second sectors. Can get a decent last 2 corners out of here. Oh, it got on the curb a bit too much and it put him out of shape. But will it put? He can't improve. Echo is into 2nd place. It's a 44.4. Good lap time from him. Nigel, what's happening here? He's been compromised. What's gone off? Rayner, that's Rayner? That is Rayner. What's he doing? Why is he not letting him through? Nigel was on his lap time, but Rayner was holding him up. Why did he do that? Where's Fourth? He's backed out. Fourth is backed out. So can anyone stop Fourth getting on pole position? Angie, he's ran out of EOS though, very early in their lap. What was Rayner doing? You will not be happy with that, Nigel. 2nd place, that's a good lap time from Angie. A 44.2 is a 10th off of 4th. Nigel's come back into the pits, he must be frustrated after what happened. And that's it, that's qualifying over and done with. No one else is out there to improve their lap time. So it is F1 4th on pole position ahead of Angie, down in 2nd place. Echo down in 3rd. Arguably you could say Nigel would have improved, but thanks to Rayner's actions, he can't. Or was it Bailey? Was it Bailey who did that? I can't remember who it was. Yeah, I understand, Nigel, mate. I saw it. Don't you worry. I saw it on stream. I don't understand why he didn't get out of the way for you, whether he knew you were there or not, but you were side by side, so he must have known you were there. It was the AI. Why was he? Oh, so why was he in AI and NUF1's just joined? Because he already, yeah. If he's finished, he needs to get out of the way. He needs to consider other cars as well. So F1 4th is on pole position ahead of Angie, the Swedish man, down in 2nd place. Echo's in 3rd ahead of the Dutch driver Nigel. Granty in 5th ahead of Bailey. Rayner in 7th and ahead of Tristan, who got disqualified. But I need the question answering: will Tristan be in 8th or will he be down in 19th because of his disqualification? When you get disqualified, you get put all the way to the back. So I wonder if he will start 19th or not. But he did make a mistake, and it was his fault, the mistake, but he tried to get back on track safely, which he tried to do, but the game disqualified him for some reason. He wasn't doing anything dangerous. So a thriller race is about to come up. He will be in 8th. It wasn't his AI. It must have been himself, because the checkered flag did not come out. Or he didn't cross the line to see the checkered flag. It looks like Fourth might be in a little bit of trouble here, because the guys behind him will get a slipstream up the hill onto the Kemmel Straight, like Sebastian Vettel did to Lewis Hamilton in 2017 and 18. Well, he tried to do in 2017, but Mercedes' straight line speed was much better than Ferrari's in 2017. He also did it to him in 2019 as well, because he lost the position in turn 1, didn't he? He dropped to 3rd place, then he got Hamilton back on the Kemmel Straight. So he's done it 3 years in a row. Anyways, back onto the action, onto the formation. Yeah, so Tristan is still in the 8th place. This is going to be a thrill of a race. 19 drivers, 22 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix. Interestingly, let's see what tyres everybody's put on. Oh, so mixture of tyres going on. Fourth is on the medium, so he could be in a little bit of trouble because of Angie, because he's on the soft tyres, brand new set as well. Echo, Nigel, Granty all on the mediums, Bailey on the softs, Rain on the softs, Tristan on the softs. Yeah, so we've got a mixture of softs and mediums going on here. No one's on the hards, which I don't expect because I don't think the hards is needed. But NUF1, has he got disqualified? Yes, he has. So his soft tyres are going to be cold, but he's in last place anyway, so I don't think he's going to get in trouble into turn 1 unless he outbreaks himself. So will fourth be in a bit of trouble because of Angie's tyres. And you know the slipstream's quite powerful around the Belgium, the GP. For people like Brayley, Rayner, Tristan, they could gain up some positions because those guys on the mediums, 3rd to 5th. Let's see what strategy works out the best. The strategy is soft to medium, or mediums to softs, but we've got a mixture going on here because it was raining in Q2. Let's do the 2018 Belgium start. What was it? Lights out, away we go. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to copy that guy. Yeah, so like I said, I probably forgot what teams they'll be in because I forgot the colours already. Oh, you talk about the Alonso Leclerc and Hulkenberg crash. If you're referring to that. Jesus Christ, what a splash from Hulkenberg. Let's hope none of that happens, but I guarantee there could be a safety car. You mean the crash? Yeah. Could be a safety car in this race. I think there'll be 2. Where people will struggle the most will probably be Eau Rouge, Pouon. This race will bring out plenty of action, and don't forget the rain will be coming at the end of the race. Oh, is that why fourth is on the mediums? I don't think it'll be at the end of the race, but it could be towards the middle of the race. It always varies and changes. So is that why fourth is on mediums? We can go for that long stint. For the guys that have to pit on lap 10 or 11, then fourth could stay out when the rain comes, and you'll have to switch over to the inters, where if the guys have got to do a 2-stop, probably to do soft inter. Unless they've got any soft tyres left from qualifying, don't know. But anyways, they land up on the grid. Or 20 drivers land up on the grid, so we wait the lights to go out. And it'll be an interesting race. Don't know what the delay is, because everybody's on the grid. Everybody's here. But NUF1 is a ghosted car for some reason, so I don't know if he's properly here or not. Guzzi, apparently he's 2 minutes away on the left hand side of the screen. Hopefully there's not a restart. The green flag is out. Everybody is lined up on the grid. Come on, don't be a delay. Let's go people, let's go. Don't know what we're waiting for. We went through all that just to be a delay on the start. NUF1's left the session. So NUF1 has left the session, so F1, he's gone, there he is. So was he a bit of delay because of that lag? He was lagging early on in the session, but there he is. And I've gone. Wait, what's happened? What's happened? What's going on? Is the lights going off or what? The lights are going off, finally. But thing is though, NUF was in first place anyways. There's lights on, away we go. Who's get a better start? Will fourth get a better start? I don't know. It's telling me he's in second place for some reason, but he goes side by side with Angie. Angie goes down in the first corner in first place. So Angie's in net first place. Let's see what happens at the back. NUF1's joined the session. They've got a bit of contact at the back of the grid, but everyone looks to execute cleanly through turn 1 at least. So Angie is currently in second place, ahead of fourth. Oh, there's a guy that crashed in the background. That is... Who's that? Oh no, there's another crash. That's Liam. Rayner and Liam have gone off and the safety car has came out. So an eventful first lap already, but the safety car has came out because of Rayner and Liam, who've crashed through Eau Rouge. I knew someone was going to crash there. But anyways, Angie, because that soft tyre, has helped him to go up into the lead ahead of fourth, who's in second place. Echo is in third. So that delay was NUF1. You saw him go off in the field. What's happened to the soft runners? Medium runners, actually. Who was on the mediums or softs? Let's say Braley stick. Let's see who's made up the most positions. Position changes. Look at that. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th have stayed where they are. They haven't moved whatsoever. What tyres are they on? Mediums. Angie has made up 1 position ahead of 4th. Those soft tyres are kicking in for him. Young Lights is up into 7th place. He's made 2 places ahead of Exile, who has also made up 2 places. Devil's Nightmare has made up 3 places, and he's also on the softs as well. Tristan has lost 2 places. He started 8th, now down in 10th. KRC is up 3 places. Grills is up 5 places. So he's gained the most places. Apex is down by 2 places. Puppy is up by 2 places. Appy stayed where he started, down in 15th. Toon has lost 3 places. NUF1, if he's here or not, I don't know, has gained 2 places. He did gain 18 places, but that was because of lag. Rayner has lost 11 because he hit the wall, and he will come into the pits this lap along with Liam, because they both lost their front wing, or part of the front wing on the first lap as he's hit the wall coming to the pits. NUF1's retired. What's happened to him then? Under the safety car. Whereabouts is he? So he's DNF for some reason, I don't know why. Lap 2. Always bad to be a safety car on the first lap of Belgium. That strict penalty rule as well. Let's hope no one gets any penalties under the safety car. Because yesterday we had a load of penalties coming in. Don't try and overtake the safety car, stay behind it. You know how lethal that safety car is when you hit it. So Liam has switched over to the hards then, so he'll go for that very long stint. Bearing in mind there's more opportunities coming in this race, because the rain is here as well, towards the end of the race. But the more the safety car comes out, the more the rain will shift in. Because the longer this takes, the less time the rain will come in. So any more safety cars, it will delay the race and the rain will come in quite quickly. So bearing in mind, it could be an opportunity for Rayner, who's also on those soft tyres. Safety car should come in about lap 3, I think. Grant is overtaken Nigel, sorry. But Nigel's got the position back. So it's expected for fourth to lose that 1 position because of Angie. Because he's on those soft tyres. Could be here being a bit of advantage. Angie, he could pull away for quite a few laps. His pace is good as well though on the Belgium track. So could he potentially pull away from the rest? Also on those soft tyres, and the next soft runner is down in 6th place. How many people on the softs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 runners on the softs. The strategy is softs to mediums, but I think the rain coming in, people are going on the medium tyres, so they don't have to do that 1 stop to go on to medium tyres or softs, whatever the tyres they want to go on to, then wait for the rain to come so they can switch on to the inters. So these guys here are trying to do a 1 stop, the guys in the mediums, because they don't want to switch over from soft or inters. They want to go on straight onto the inters when the rain comes. Seen it happen in league races before. The end of lap 3 the safety car should come in. Or the end of lap 4. This gives these drivers an opportunity to calm the tyres down. Cool the tyres down, sorry. Being a really interesting restart. When will Angie decide to pull away at the safety car restart? He will bunch them all up. needs to get some temperature in those soft tyres. They know they don't. Farth would love the safety car to speed up because he wants to get as much temperature as he can on those medium tyres, especially how long it takes those mediums to warm up. Puppy's made a pit stop and he's down in 19th place. He's gone onto the soft tyres. So, did he make contact on the safety car? Did he lose his front wing? Or did he want to switch over tyres? It's cost him quite a lot of places. He's down in 18th now. Well, he started on the softs and he's gone to a brand new set of softs, so I presume he might have hit someone. There's a bit of carbon fibre on the track, so he might have hit someone. And someone's got a penalty for hitting someone. I can quite see who it was. So Puppy made contact on the safety car for him to come in the pits. Where did he start, in fact? Well, he started in 17th, so he started in 16th, sorry, so he didn't really lose a lot of positions. So 16 down to 18, they made their one stop due to the contact at turn 3 and 4, Eau Rouge and Radion. I think safety car should definitely, yes, safety car's in, so this could be an interesting restart. And the Angie will potentially become the safety car, as you have to slow everybody down and he have to let the real safety car to come into the pits. Because in real life, if you pass the safety car before it comes to the pits, you probably get disqualified. Almost happened in Baku. So he will let the safety car go, and he will back the field up. As Martin Brundle says, you're not allowed to brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate. Will he let him go after the bus stop chicane? And I think he will go now. Yes, he's gone. So he puts his ear up into 4th, and let's see if he can defend from 4th onto this short straight coming to La Source and through Eau Rouge. As the safety car's now in the pits, let's see if anyone's going to make any moves down into turn 1, which I don't think they will because they're not close enough. So they're stationary at the moment at least, but let's see if there's any battles going on further down the field. I don't know, but there'll be... Farth will be close to Angie because of his slipstream. He's got to be careful through Eau Rouge. Angie going instantly defensive, and Farth is coming for him. No DRS, of course, but Angie maintains the lead. But we've got a battle going on for 6th and 7th, and Bradley's got ahead of Young Lights, or stayed ahead because he was in 6th. Oh, there's a car that spun, and who's that? That is Grillsy. So not having a good race is Grillsy. He did start down in a bottom zone because he failed to set a lap time in Q1, so the race is going bad for Grillsy, but there's still opportunities because it's the Belgium GP and there's rain coming. So Angie maintains the lead ahead of 4th, a 6/10 gap. He needs to get out of his DRS range as quick as possible. It will be a little bit easier for him because he's on those soft tyres, and Liam's got a 3-second time penalty already. Looks like Granty Boy made a little mistake because he's quite far away from Nigel, and Brady's catching up to him. Any battles going on further behind? Well, KL. Oh, there's a yellow flag to sector 3. Who's that? It's Puppy. Puppy's gone for a spin. Has he lost part of his front wing, I wonder? But he's safely back on track, so no safety car needed there. KLC, can he beat him for Tristan? No, he can't. Angie set the fastest lap, of course, on those softs. But it looks like Apex is interested on KLC as well. Toonfan's got a penalty. A little bit of mistake from Toonfan as well. Or was that was Appy, in fact. Any battles going on in the front of the field? Puppy's struggling because of the lack of downforce he's got on that car, because of his front wing missing. He'll execute Eau Rouge and Radion nicely. He went onto the grass there, did Bailey. Tried to defend from all his might from Exile. Exile is coming. Can he go around the outside? Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely. A little bit of contact, but it's fair racing. And that's a lovely move around the outside. Oh, someone's gone into the gravel. No, they haven't. I thought I saw a bit of gravel kicked up. And Young Lights got a penalty, and so has Toon Frank, so they're getting quite a lot of penalties around this track. So that was a lovely move from Exile there. Can he catch up to the back of Granty Boy, who's just got out wide through Puon? And looks like Aji's got a nice gap over himself and fourth to keep out of the DRS threat from fourth in second place. And Apex has just got past KRC. I didn't really see the move, but it must be a good one. He did it before the corner, but two cars go side by side. That's Toon Frank and Rayner. Oh, virtual safety car. There's a guy that crashed. He has crashed. I don't know who it is. That is Apex. He's crashed. So he must have got on the curb and spun. Or did he pick up too much throttle? And that's the virtual safety car this time. Rayner's made a mistake. So what has Rayner done this time? I'm going on board with Grillsy. He can see the crash happen in front of him. I think he prefers a full safety car, but he's got a bit of front wing damage. So he can come into the pits and change that. I think that should be a full safety car because that's nearly in the middle of the road. Liam's got a penalty for exceeding track limits under a virtual safety car. I told you about the safety car is a bit strict when it comes to corner cutting. Well, not even corner cutting, just going slightly off the track, and DRS is enabled because the virtual safety car has disappeared. Yellow's set to one already. Oh, it's Echo, he spun! Was his tyres warmed up? Don't know. And Devil's Nightmare's retired. What's happened to him? He's gone off in Eau Rouge. And Bailey trying to overtake Young Lights, but what's happened after this safety car restart? Appy has nope. KLC has broke later than Appy, but that should be a safety car because he's crashed at Eau Rouge. And Grills is in the pits along with Vayner. So Devil Nightmare is out of this race, and Liam's trying to make his way back through the field. And Vayner's past Echo. Echo's got a bit of front wing damage. He did make a little bit of a spin at the exit of turn 3 at Eau Rouge. So we've lost 3 cars from this race already. I wonder if their tyres were worn up, or did they struggle at the end of the virtual safety car. It's supposed to increase the lap time by 40% is the virtual safety car. I think it should be a full safety car or no safety car. In fact, a double yellow flag area. I don't understand why they put the virtual safety car in when there's a mistake happened at the one part of the track. I understand why it's the full safety car because they've got to be cleaned up and it's hard to, but the virtual safety car, is it really necessary? Can we just put double yellow flags in, tell the drivers to slow down at that particular part of the track? And Bradley's about to make the move on Young Lights down to La Source, so that's a lovely move from Bailey, but unfortunately for him, Young Lights is going to have DRS on him. Gotta be careful through Eau Rouge. Now we'll have DRS on the slipstream on the back of Bailey. Choose to go down the inside. And he's made the move. Has he made it stick though? Has he made the corner? And there's yellow flags are set to 1. And KRC's about to make the move on Tristan, which he has. There's yellow flags still at sector 1. I wonder if that was Liam because he's slowed down. My wheel glitched out, mate. Oh. I wonder what happened at the start because you were leading the race. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Is it you got a brand new wheel? So we've seen 2 overtakes happen at the same corner. Young Lights is ahead of Bailey, but they're still fighting, and Young Lights is on the medium tyres where Bailey's on the soft, so his tyres will be better than him at this moment in time. I wonder when the rain will come. I bet the drivers are thinking about that now because one of them told me the rain is coming. Who will it benefit? Puppy slowing down dramatically because he doesn't want to crash in Eau Rouge. So Angie's got a good gap, 2.2 second gap over F1 Fourth, which he needs at this moment in time, and he'll be the first one in the top 10 to possibly pit because he's on the soft tyres. Fourth is on the medium, so I don't expect him to catch up to Angie at this moment in time. As we head up to lap 8, Nigel's a third ahead of Granty Boy. Is Granty Boy closing in, or is the gap staying the same between those two? And Appy's got a penalty for exceeding track limits again. Talk about Appy, he's got a DRS on Tristan. One's on the softs and the other one's on the mediums. Will any overtakes happen? Granty Boy's 9-10, so he's just gained half a second in the first part of the lap. And Bailey, can he overtake Young Lights? No, he can't. I'll just read this. No, Appy's overtaking Tristan. He's done it on Tristan. Even before the corner, so good move from him. So I'll read this comment out, see what it says. Cruzy set the fastest lap, and my wheel was connected, but it thought I was turning left for no reason, and I got an invite to a lobby which the game thought I wanted to join the spectator mode to take control of the car. Glitched. Oh, damn. Because I saw you rejoin back the session, so I wonder where you went. I saw you got disqualified in Q1. It looks like Granty Boy is starting to catch up on the back of Nigel in 3rd place. Any battles fed on behind? No. Quite spread out this field, we're only on lap 8. You can see the mini-map where everybody is. Puppy's not having a good time down in 16th place, he's struggling at the moment. Granty Boy 7/10 behind Nigel, so I expect to see a fight soon between those two. Granty Boy has actually quite gained a lot from Nigel on that lap. He gained 7/10 on that lap, or 8/10 on Nigel in one part of the track. So let's see if he can actually try and make an overtake. Is Nigel struggling on the tyres or struggling on pace? Seems Granty Boy's in better shape than him, but trying to take that podium position off him. Catalogue errors, I was cursed tonight, I'll see you around, mate. Alright then, so this could be an easy overtake for Granty Boy. He's got the slipstream and DRS, and he's made his way through easily on Nigel. Good move from Granty Boy, up into 3rd place. But I wonder how long Angie's tyres will last for. I think you can see the clouds gathering in as the track starts to get darker. Indicates the rain will be coming in quite quickly, in fact. So when will this rain come? And will this benefit Angie, or will it benefit Forth? If Angie wants to make it to the rain period, he's got to stay out. But how long can his tyres last for? Because we know Forth can go quite a distance in this race. So can the guys behind him, who's also on the mediums. Bailey may struggle a bit. And Toonfan's got another penalty, so he's not having fun with penalties this afternoon. And Nigel, oh, we've got a yellow flag set to 2. Oh, it is. Appy, be careful! Oh my goodness, he only got collected by those 2 cars, Tristan and Toonfan. So Appy must have got on the curb. Almost a spun, and the curb saved him because he didn't crash into the wall. So, like I said, it was a heartbreaking moment for him. Echo's down in 13th place. Where did he start? He did start at the top 10, didn't he? Oh, he started 3rd place. He's down into 13th. Oh, what's happened to him? So who's at the fastest lap overall? Granty Boy is a 10th quicker on the fastest lap than Tristan's made the overtake on Toon Frank. They're both fighting for 10th. 9th, sorry. Grossy's got the fastest lap, but the rain is coming. You can see on the screen the rain has arrived. So it's not turned out bad after all for Angie, but has he got enough grip in those soft tyres to stay on the track? Meanwhile, Nigel's up into 3rd place again. So Nigel stayed in his slipstream and he's up into 3rd. But the guys behind, Toon Frank and Tristan, are fighting. Yellow's just set to 3. Rain is retired for the session. Where did he go? What happened to him? I don't know what happened. Is it around here? It's on the bus stop chicane, as you can see on the mini-map. So what has happened to him, I wonder? Did he try and go in the pits and crash in the pits, I wonder? I don't know how else he could have retired through there. He's not even on the straight, as you can see. He's just at the final corner. Now the rain starts to kick in. I don't think it's time to pit yet, but like I said at the start of the race, this could have benefited Forth or Angie, because Angie would have had to pit on lap 8 or 9, and then we'll have to go into another set of brand new set of dry tyres. Then when the rain came, inters, and that means I had to do a 2-stop, whereas Force could have stayed out, then go to the inter straight away. So he's not coming in. Will Force come in? Nope. I think it's too dry for those inters yet. Nigel's staying out, so is Granty Boy. What about Exile? So I think the rest are staying out. I don't think they want to take the gamble to go on the inters yet. Don't think it's time for inters, and we've got another yellow flag, and that is... might have been Liam, I don't know, but it's cleared up rather quickly. So everybody's going to be careful now, especially to Rouge. He lifts off. So does Forth, he lifts off as well. So everybody's going to be careful through the crucial part of the track. I think Granty Boy actually stayed flat through there. And DRS is still enabled. Well, the drives. And Appy's got a 10-second time penalty. What's he been doing? How did he get a 10-second time penalty? And yellows were set to 1. I don't know who it is. Who is it? Oh no, Brady's lost his front wing. Did he spin through Eau Rouge? And the virtual safety car has been deployed, and we've got our first gambler to go on the inters, and that is Tristan. So Tristan has gone onto the inters. Grills is coming in the pits. So that's like 1 safety car and 2 virtuals we had in this race. Wet Belgium this week. Oh no, it's raining in Belgium. For my league race, I mean, it's raining in Belgium for my league race this week. So can't wait for that. It could be a fun one. Hopefully I don't crash. So the virtual safety car has came out. There's 2 drivers on the inters. I'm sorry about the black box on the screen, that is annoying. DRS has been disabled and the virtual safety car has disappeared. So when will the top drivers decide to come in the pits? Is it still dry enough, do you think, around here to stay on those dry tyres? Oh, yellow flags are set to 1. Who is it? Nobody. Was it Gulsey for a split second who made that? And he's missed the penultimate corner, but he stays on track so he doesn't get a penalty. Be careful to the pits, you don't want to crash through there. They're all missing the penultimate corner. Oh, there's yellow flags set to 2. Tristan. And he's gone off the track as well. Liam's gonna spin. Oh, he saves it. And they're all struggling because they're on a dry track with dry tyres. Now they're all switching to inters. Ten laps. I wonder how long this rain will stay out for. Young Lights has overtaken the Exiles through the pits, as DRS has now been disabled. So how long will this rain last for? Angie, he almost crashed through a Rouge. Thankfully he saved it. Liam's got a penalty for multiple warnings again. To Frank serving his penalties. The amount of penalties he's got, how long was he stationary there for? He's gone onto full wets. So it's not time for full wets, but okay, that's an interesting strategy. And Puppy stayed out on the inters for some wets, not wets. He stayed out on the mediums. I don't know why he's done that. And there's yellow 2 set to 2 again. What's happened through there? KRC. So there's 3 drivers on the wets. So does that mean the wet conditions are going to come in heavy? Or did they make a mistake to go on the wets? Don't know, but why have they gone on the wets now? Looks like it's getting a little bit heavier. So if it's a wet race to the end, this will be interesting and it will spice things up. Who can survive in this wet Belgium? Oh, there's yellow flags set to 2 again, and it's cleared up before I even saw who it was. So the gap between KLC... Oh, there's yellow flags again. Who is it? It is Toon Frank. He has spun and has lost his front wing. That's turn 10, isn't it? Turn 9 and 10. He's also on the wets as well, so the wets are not... And he's struggling on the medium tyres. He should come into the pits at the end of his lap, mate. So anyways, who will struggle on these wet conditions? Remember, we had a mixture of conditions in the qualifying session. We had dry, wet, dry. And we've got in the race dry, wet. So I wonder what setup people are running. Are they running a low downforce setup, or they're running a wet setup? We'll find out soon. who drops off the pace dramatically in this wet condition. And yellow flags are set to 2 and 3. That's Puppy, and that's someone else. That was a green car I saw. I think they both missed the final corner. I think it was KRC. All I got to do now is just survive this last part of the race. There's 9 laps to go in this race. Apologies again for the black box on the left hand side of the screen. I should have turned notifications off. I don't really get messages, but our group chat is talking. Yellow flags is set to Bailey's gone. He has disappeared. And will this bring out a safety car? I wonder to bunch up the whole. Oh, it's a virtual safety car. That's 3 virtuals we've had in this race. I think I prefer a full safety car to bunch up everybody. So Bailey's retired. He was in the top 10, but fortunately for him, he's gone. I think I prefer a full safety car to bunch up the field. Leo's got a penalty for speeding the pits. The amount of penalties these guys are getting, Jesus. But there's guys that are still on the wet tyres. The highest one is KRC. I wonder if he's actually gaining or not. I can't tell now because the safety car's out. But is it the right decision to go on the wets? It doesn't look wet out. It doesn't look wet enough out there. Remember, enters off a light standing water. And there's yellows, and they've gone now. And cross the pit lane exit. He's not having fun out there, is Liam, is he? Dad, oh, he's gonna crash. He's crashed. He's out of the race. That's a safety car. Is it a safety car? He's retired. That's him out of the race. Will that bring out a safety car? He's stationary. Don't think he will. Don't think he'll bring out a virtual. It's just yellow flags through there. Tricky now through Upper Rouge. As you can see, most of them are lifting him off to not put on so much speed to lose the rear. Exile's got a penalty for multiple warnings again. So Echo is still on the wets, and KLC, I was just asking before the virtual safety car, is he gaining on Exile as 6th? I'll have a look. We'll stay on board with him and look at the gap. There were no battles coming up so far, so always dropping down quite dramatically. He went from 29.7 to 30.3 now. So this could possibly be the wrong decision. And Tristan's also catching up to him as well. 1.3 is the gap between those two. Got a bit of a sore throat developing. I had it from Monday morning for some reason. I don't know what's happened. So apologies if I'm making mistakes during commentary. And Tristan's 1 second behind him, so we'll have a look at him. Let's see if he can overtake him rather quickly. So why is those 3 drivers on the wets then, I wonder? Are they just waiting for the rain to come down heavily as Tristan's overtaking him? Not a place to go side by side. Hopefully they don't crash, and he's made it through safely. Could be a warning because he did go out wide through P1. And Exile is 7 tenths behind. Oh, there's yellow suit set to 1. That's not our leaders, but who was it? Was it Toon Frank? Indigo, and he's got a penalty. Oh, that's his first penalty, isn't it? That's his first penalty, so now he has to pull out a 3 second, well, over a 3 second gap if he wants to stay in the lead. But now I think Fourth is catching him. 1.2 is the gap between those two, so Angie could be in a bit of trouble here. This race could be ruined because of penalties. And Exile, as I mentioned, is 7 tenths behind Young Lights. I wonder if he'll get heavier in the race. Is that why these guys are still on wets? But it's a bit too early for wet tyres if they're thinking about the longer game. It's all about a strategy in this race. I thought Angie made the wrong call to go on the soft tyres, but it's actually the right call. I think the safety car helped just a bit as well, and the 2 virtuals we had. Grillsy's got a penalty, multiple warnings again. Eight tenths is the gap between Young Lights and Exile, but without DRS, he's not able to close it up in like he wanted to. Like 15 out of 22. There's still 3 guys on the wets. Whether they think it's the right decision or not, I don't know. But Appy's overtaken KRC. As I mentioned, he's on those wet tyres and he's on the inters. One of the look if these guys are struggling is fourth catching him. He's dropped back by 4 tenths on that lap. He was 1.2 behind, now he's 1.7 behind. So he's up at the pace, has Angie. Nigel's down in 3rd place. He's also still in contention, and if he stays like this, Angie just finishes ahead of Nigel. He needs to pull out more of a gap if he wants to stay in 1st or 2nd, because Nigel seems to be closing as well. What about Granty Boy? He's dropped back just further behind between the 2. Oh no, oh, the yellow flag's up for that driver getting out of the way. Pops to him for getting out of the way, thank you so much. So, is Nigel actually started to catch up to 4th? Is 4th started to struggle a bit? Or has he turned up the pace and trying to get Q2? Who was fastest in Q2 in the rain? It was Granty Boy, wasn't he? He was the fastest one in Q2 when the rain came down in that session, and the gap between those 2 now is 1.9, and the yellow 2 sets of 3. Puppy again. And between those 2, down in 5th and 6th, it's still 7 tenths of a second. So Exile is still struggling to try and find an opportunity to overtake on Exile. It is difficult in the wet, but you're gonna have to try and gain more time in the corners and get closer on the straight. And 4th is now 2.3 seconds down. That's good news for Angie, because he started to struggle down his 4th, and Nigel's closing in as well. And Grills is overtaking Echo. There those 2 are, but Echo is still on the wets, so he must realise now the wet tyre is the wrong decision, because he's dropping further and further behind, and KLC will be dropping further next if you don't be careful as well on those wets. Judging by conditions, does it almost look like the time for wets, full wet tyres? And he's actually caught up 1.2 seconds now as the gap between the 2, so Nigel has started to close up on F1 4, but the question is, can he overtake him when he gets there? And Exile is 5 tenths behind Young Knights as well. Can he try and force him into an error? I wonder. Can he try and get a slipstream as well? Can he get a good exit of Eau Rouge and Radiant? It's got to be tempted not to put too much throttle on Eau Rouge trying to catch up to Young Lights. As Toon Fan gets nicely out of the way. Yellow's just set to 1, I think that's Toon Fan for slowing down. Can he try? I don't think he'll try and dive it down the inside. Don't do it! Nah, he's too far back. So Young Light stays ahead for the moment at least, but you can see Exile is following his mirrors, and he starts to slide through the corners as well. And yes, again, Tristan's in the pits. And yet again, I'm sorry for those notifications popping up at the top left of the screen. I'll turn it off next time. So what tyres will Tristan go for? There he is, full wets. So is it time for full wets now? It is starting to get heavier by the looks of it. And look at that, Nigel 5 tenths behind 4th. I mentioned he was catching him and he's caught up to him. But the most important thing is, Angie's got over 3 second gap, just over 3 second one. Gone back to 2.9 now, but he needs to pull out a few tenths if he wants to maintain that over 3 second gap, thanks to his penalty. I don't know how many warnings of 4th and Nigel have got, but I don't think they've got any penalties coming their way yet. So Grills is in the pits as well, along with Puppy. Puppy's gone to the full wets, so I wonder if it's time for the full wets. 4th, he spun! No! He's done a Kimi Raikkonen! Oh, 4th has just done a full Kimi Raikkonen, his wheel's still spinning. He's in the air, his wheel was in the air. 4th, he got on the curb. In the wet conditions as well. Granty Boy's also up there, and Granty Boy's pitted as well. Oh, the worst that could have happened for 4th is to lose a wheel, but thankfully he didn't. So Granty Boy has pitted, and I wonder if he goes to the full wets. And he does, along with fourth. So Angie and Nigel staying out there. And Exiles in the pits as well. Young Lights and Exile in the pits. Those two were fighting as well. KLC stayed out of those full wets, remember? He did not go to the inters whatsoever. But unfortunately for... Oh, a snap of oversteer for Angie. Yeah, the worst that could have happened is him losing his wheel, but thankfully he didn't. It reminded me of Kimi Raikkonen when he did that in 2008. He actually went off the track and hit the wall. So Nigel and Angie still could maintain first and second. And Nigel's got a 3-second time penalty. So they're both on equal terms now. So these two, if they want to finish ahead of each other, are going to fight on track rather than get beaten on penalties. RIP fourth. Joey's still here. Thanks for watching the stream, mate. Appy's also pitted as well, and he will go on the wet tyres. And he's changed his front wing as well. So and these drivers had more nose jobs than Michael Jackson. As RRG Echo has got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Is the gap closing down between those two? 2.5 now is the gap, so Nigel is starting to push and try and close that gap between himself and Angie, but Angie will come into the pits this lap for sure, and he does not. Nigel does not. Wait, so why these two drivers? Do they think it's still good to go on these inter tyres? That's very interesting. He's got over 20.5 second gap, has Nigel on Granty Boy, so if these two stay out and lose time, Granty Boy can get ahead of them on track. In the pits, let's say. Fourth is still in fourth place. It's not over for fourth, but he's still going, thankfully. And he's got Young Lights, but I don't think Young Lights is close enough to try and make any sort of pressure on fourth. And Granty Boy has gained 4/10, as I saw the gap last time. And Angie's gained quite a lot of time on... Nigel has gained a lot of time on Angie. 1.7 is the gap now between the two. So Angie started to make events on... Nigel started to make events on Angie's lead. 1.6 second the gap, and the lap before it was over 2 seconds. And Granty Boy is starting to catch up. 19.5 is the gap. I don't know how many seconds it takes to make a pit stop around Belgium. Over 20 seconds at least, but the more these two stay out, the more chance of getting overtaken by Granty Boy. Fourth is far too bad to make any sort of threat on Nigel and Angie. Puppy has got off the track. Nigel 1.6 seconds behind. Granty Boy 18.4, so I think Granty Boy, if these two pit this lap, Granty Boy is definitely getting ahead of those two drivers. So by staying out, it's cost them. Well, it's cost Angie first place. Granty could gain 2 positions. 2-for-1 deal here, and he'll be in first place thanks to these two staying out. And it's a 17.2 second gap as well, so these two in first and second have cost themselves by staying out those inters. It looks wet enough for those wet tyres. Nigel and Angie will finish the race. You reckon they'll finish the race on the inter tyres, so they will not pit? Oh, that's good, clever thinking, Jory. I didn't think about those tyres. I didn't think about that. So Jory suggests these two will stay out on the inter tyres. So if that's the truth, it's lap 20. If that's the truth, Granty Boy will have to push as hard as he can, because he is starting to gain and gain and gain. 16.6 seconds now is behind Nigel, and I don't believe he's got any penalties. But the thing is though, the gap is closing up on Nigel and Angie, because those two could be in a fight. And if these two start fighting in the last 3 laps, Granty Boy will get even closer. But I don't think it'll be enough for Granty Boy, no matter what he does. Unless these two make a mistake, of course. There's always that possibility. But if Granty Boy wants to win this race, he's got to push as hard as he can using these wet tyres now. So have these two made the right call? Wait, they're fighting. 5/10 is the gap. So if these two hold each other up, Granty Boy could close up. The yellow flags are set to 1. I don't know who that is, but anyway, we'll focus on these two, because Nigel wants to make the overtake as quick as possible. Remember, these two have got a 3-second time penalty both, as Angie slides through the corner. So these two got a 3-second time penalty. It could possibly affect him, but Granty Boy is starting to close upon him. 14.1 is the gap. Those two. Try not to make a mistake. You've got to try and keep it on the black stuff. But if these two fight, Granty Boy will get even closer and closer and closer. But who's made the right call, I wonder? It depends how old these tyres are. Not too old, I suggest. No, they won't be too old. Oh, snap of oversteer from Nigel when he tries to get on the throttle. These two will look like they're definitely starting to struggle because the gap is 12.8. And now it's the slipstream of Andy, so can he try and make any move on the bus stop chicane? I think he's too far back. I don't think he's gained too much in this slipstream. Can he try and make any attempt of overtaking? No, he won't. But we're coming on to lap 22. So these two drivers, I thought we'd go wide. But these two drivers will have to survive 2 more laps if they want to finish like this. And Puppy, and Liam's left the session. Puppy's got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limit. So these two could make the right call if they stay out. The thing is that they don't want to decline when they're fighting. They don't want to collide with each other. You just got to keep it nice and clean. Both going for the win, obviously, but they're both on the same time penalties. Angie, he spun. Oh, it's no one's fault, obviously. So Angie has finally his tyres have finally let go, and Granty Boy will get 2nd place. So Nigel now will look like if he can win the race, but he needs to keep on the black stuff. Keep it nice and smooth on the track. Remember, the gap is 10.5 now. The pressure has been released off of Nigel. Yeah, so the pressure's been released off of Nigel now. They've got a 10-second gap. Try not making mistakes. Bring it home. Honestly, obviously, he's still got a little bit of pressure with Granty Boy, but he's 9 seconds back, so we don't have to worry about him too much. But the pressure has been released from Angie. Angie could fall off the podium because he might have to change his front wing, but I don't think he'll change his front wing on the final lap. Look at the weather, started to drastically rain. Look at that, I can barely see the car. So the Belgian weather doing its best to try and trip people out. The gap is 7.8. Granty Boy, remember, technically, Granty Boy is 4 seconds behind because Nigel does have 3-second time penalty. Unless Granty will catch another one or Nigel will catch another one, but it looks like Angie is out of the game now because he's got 5 behind him. Look at the weather. Honestly, I've never seen like this before. So Farth has got past him. Farth has got past. So Farth is back at the podium. So can Nigel? He's struggling. Snap of oversteer and a wheel spin. I think Granty Boy could win this race. It's the last lap. Alright, so keep it nice and clean. It's the last lap, but yellow flags is set to 3. That's Puppy. So the gap is 3 seconds between Nigel and Granty. The reason why I say 3 seconds because 13 seconds. What's gone off? It says 13 seconds. Okay, so the gap is now 13.5 seconds. I swear down it said 3. Did he make a mistake? Did Granty Boy make a mistake? I think he might have made a mistake, you know. It's 12.7. So whatever Granty's Boy issue was, it's helped Nigel to open up the gap again. So Nigel knows he might have a 12-second gap. All he's got to do now is keep it on the black stuff. You would expect him to make mistakes, small mistakes, but all he's got to do is keep it home. He's on those inters and he will struggle. You can see tapping on the throttle. He will struggle, but he's got to keep it nice and clean. Oh, a snap of oversteer almost made him go to the wall. Pouon, difficult section. Can he make it nice and clean through Pouon? Do you think Granty Boy spun? Young Lights has got past Angie. Angie, remember, has got a bit of front wing damage on him, so that's expected. So Young Lights has gained a place from Angie's expense. 9.9 seconds. 5 seconds. He's gone wide. He's gone wide. Right, the final sector. Keep it nice and tidy. That's all you've got to do. The gap's 9 seconds. You should know the gap's 9 seconds. Keep it nice and tidy. Keep it nice and steady on the track. There you go. You've got 2 more corners, heavy braking zones to come up to. 8.2, so he's gaining them quite dramatically, but it might not be enough. And he's got a 3-second time penalty. Right, 2 difficult braking sections coming up. The bus stop. Nice and steady through those 2 final corners. And he will, if he keeps it nice and... Yep, he doesn't spin, and he will cross the line to finish in first for the Belgian Grand Prix. Granty Boy will finish 2nd place. You could arguably say if he didn't make that mistake, he would have finished first. 4th will finish in 3rd. 4th will finish 2nd, so Granty Boy had time penalties too, which I did not know. The Young Lights will finish in 4th place, ahead of Angie, who made that mistake. Look at that, a massive wheel spin on the throttle. He will finish in 5th, ahead of Exile. That was a difficult race, you know. No joke around Belgium, and he will finish in 6th place for SHR Exile. KRC is quite further behind. The lap cars is only, I think Toon finished the race in 12th place. That was a difficult race, you know. Another change of conditions. So I'm racing in the wet in another league race at this track, so I know what the wet looks like now. Nigel, do you wonder how you win the race, mate? You won the race. Fantastic. Where did you even start? You started in 4th place. And KRC will finish in 7th place. Tristan will finish in 8th, ahead of Appy and ahead of Echo. So all three of those cars were in the same race. Gilsey, the last one to cross the line, hasn't had a good race. He made a mistake to Lacombe, and he will finish in 11th place. So Nigel, congratulations on the win. That was an amazing race, mate. You put up a stunning drive at the final part of the race, on those inters as well. I asked myself, why did you stay on the inters, but it was the right thing to do all along. Look at those overalls. Love the designs of some cars as well. Well deserved win from Nigel, making the right strategy call at the right time. Could have been a good fight, but the thing is though, if Nigel and Angie fought, Granty Boy could have got through. Well deserved win. What an amazing race. Alright then, so Nigel has won the race by 5 seconds over F1 4th. Granty Boy had 3-second time penalties, so they're both on the same boat. Young Lights finished in 4th place ahead of Angie, who made that mistake on lap 20. Exile finished in 6th ahead of KRC. Tristan in 8th, Echo in 9th, and Grilsey, the last driver, scored a point. Appy down in 11th, so Grilsey did score. It's that 1 point. Appy down in 11th, and Toon Fan in 12th, Puppy down in 13th, and the DNS 14th onwards. That's your race. What an amazing race it's been. Congrats to you all. A long race, especially with full qualifying as well. That would make me tired if I did that. Alright then, thank you so much for tuning in for this RRC ROC Season 1, Round 1 in Belgium. Next race, I don't know where it is, but hopefully it'll be another thriller like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this league, RRC ROC, starts at 8 PM every Wednesday night. Also, RRC itself starts on Tuesday, 8 PM, the same time. Full qualifying and 50% race. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time at 8 o'clock on both races.